Welcome to GatorsZone.com. I'm Chris Harry alongside Scott Carter. The third of 4 open practices just completed here Monday. Scott, we had more fans coming out here, some autographs afterwards. Will Muschamp met with the media today, and one of the things that he talked about a little bit was the situation at tight ends.
Yeah, that's a position when they went into camp. You've got 4 guys there basically looking to get in the mix, starting with Clay Burton, Tevin Westbrook, a couple of guys who were here last year but we didn't get to see, in Colin Thompson and Kent Taylor. And right now it looks like they're going to go into the season with Clay Burton and Tevin Westbrook, at 1 and 2 there on the depth chart. And, it's a position that obviously you lose a very talented player in Jordan Reed, who led them in receptions last year. So that's a lot to ask of any of these young guys. And I don't know if they're going to be as apparent in the passing game, but they still have to provide the blocking and stuff up front like Reed did. And those guys, they're going to have, I'm sure, a learning curve there early in the season. But it is going to be a new look at tight end for the Gators.
And the guys they're going to be blocking for, the running backs, that's a matter of debate right now, certainly a matter of interest for Gator fans. Matt Jones, we were told today, is moving a little bit closer. He's visiting with doctors. He's moving a little bit closer to getting back to where he was. He's 3 pounds shy of what his reporting weight would be, 223. They want him at 226. Whether or not he's going to be available to play any games, that's kind of something down the road. But in the interim, what's the situation of running back?
Yeah, it was good news today to hear Coach Muschamp say that he is Matt Jones is getting back. He's gaining some of that weight he lost, so that shows that he's getting healthier. As far as going into the season right now, you're still looking at Mac Brown taking most of the number 1 reps. A guy who's a redshirt junior, has been in the program, but this is really his first chance to be the number 1 guy. And behind him, you got a couple of guys who, when the camp started, weren't really in the mix. A walk-on in Mark Herndon, and a defensive back who has turned back to the offense in Valdez Showers, a guy who is very capable back there. Just from watching him in camp, you can tell he played offensive in high school. He's got some good moves, got some nice hands. He's getting a look at receiver, running back. So with Herndon and the Showers behind Brown, that's kind of the situation there. And, a couple of freshmen, Adam Lane and Kelvin Taylor, both guys are going to play some way in this year, maybe on special teams. Both guys are obviously talented runners, but, I think they're still learning right now.
Yeah, Muschamp even brought up that ball security is an issue for those guys right now. Mm-hmm. And if anything, this coaching staff is stressing taking care of the football because it was such a great advantage for them last year between the turnovers, takeaways, what have you. On the defensive side.
Well, let's start at safety. That's a group that's really deep back there compared to the past few years. Right now you got Marcus May as a guy who's had really good camp according to the coaches.
Redshirt freshman.
Yeah, Brian Poole is another young guy who Muschamp said the other day that if the season started, he would be the starter at nickelback. Jabari Gorman. We got also the most experienced guy really is Cody Riggs, who's played some corner and safety here, but he's working exclusively at safety, and he's had a good camp. And then you look over at the corners, you start with Marcus Robertson and Luchez Purifoy. Jalen Watkins is back after missing a few days with the foot injury. And, Vernon Hargraves, while he's out right now with the shoulder injury, they're high on him. That's looking at 8 guys who probably are going to,
they're all going to play a lot.
Yeah, get regular reps in that secondary. It's got to be one of the deepest groups in the country when you look at the Gators, and it's going to be a strength of this defense.
All right, we're going to wrap it up here from the third of those 4 open practices. The fourth is going to be Tuesday, starting at 12:20. It's for University of Florida students only. Special little presentation by Coach Muschamp and his staff and his players. We'll be here. You'll be here to see exclusive footage and highlights on GatorsZone.com.